All right, it's time to explain sort number 7. So sort number 7 we call is short A and long A. Now you might remember in grade 1 or in kindergarten or even before that, you learned that A makes an ah sound. And that's right, it absolutely does. We call that a short A. When it makes an ah sound, that's a short A. Now, I know because you're avid readers that you've come across the A making different sounds than just ah. And one of those sounds is what we call the long A sound. And long A, when it's a long A, it makes the sound A. It says its own name, basically. And so all of these words in sort 7 have A's in them. Some are short A's and some are long A's. And when we see the long A in short 7, it's going to be in what we call a CVCE word. So that means that it has a consonant, a vowel, which would be a consonant, and then an E at the end. And sometimes when we're reading, we call that bumper E or magic E because that E at the end makes that vowel in the middle say its own name. So having that E on the end is going to make the A, instead of saying ah, say A. So we can look at our words. So we have first our heading, that's short A. And then there's a little example word here, that's cat, at. We can hear that ah sound, that's a short A. So there's one of my headings. And then here's my other heading for long A. And then I have an example word here that's cake, ache. Can you hear that A sound? Instead of making an ah sound, it's making an A sound. If it was an ah sound, it would be cack. We know it's not cack. We know that this word says cake. And the reason it says cake is that E is on the end to make the A long A. Now, there's also one other heading, and this heading is called an oddball. And this is where you're going to find an A that doesn't make an ah sound, a short A sound, but it also doesn't make an A, a long A sound. We call that an oddball. So as you're sorting, you might come across a pattern. You'll probably find, you can start to do some sorting. So here's last, ah, make, a, okay. Hand, ah, sack, sack. Okay, here's a picture. This is a whale, whale, a whale. Okay. All right, this is what? Wait a second. What? It's not what. It's not wait. It's what. Does it make a short A sound? No. Does it make a long A sound? No. This is our oddball. Because that A is making an like a U. What? What? I don't know. I don't get it either. It's just the way the English language works. All right, so some of these other pictures, this is a glass, glass. This is a bat, bat. This is a gate, gate. Okay, so you'll continue to sort, and what you might find, and imagine this, is that the words that are long A have an E on the end. Now, you do have to be careful because it doesn't always follow that rule. Sometimes, like in these oddballs, there's strange letters that they make some weird sounds that are unexpected. We call those the oddballs, and we put them over here. So this is your sort number 7. So if it makes a short A like we're always taught, A says ah, right? That's a short A. If it says its own name, it makes an A sound, that's a long A. And oftentimes those words have an E at the end that make that A say its own name. And there are some other ways that we can have long A sounds, and we'll get to those in some later sorts. But for now, we're just talking about having that E on the end. And then of course we have our oddball, and he makes an sound. Why? I don't know. But this is how your sort works. So these are your words for this week. And that's your sort. Now I'm going to store them in my little envelope here. And then once I have these words mastered, exactly like they are here is how I'm going to glue them in. So I'll have my headings at the top, and you might find you need to take more than just one page to do this. That's okay. So I'll have my heading at the top, and then I'll glue my words in under that. And I could even go, here's all of my short A words, and glue them in. Let's see if I can fit 3 across. I bet you I can. Yeah, pretty close. There we go. So I will glue them in. When they're glued in, they need to be sorted, just like you normally would sort them. Here's my long A, and then I can glue those in. All right, that's your sort.